is a really bad idea. Live. All right, people. I want to put the radar detector in, so Bryce says, well, let's do the radar detector live. That'll be a great idea. That way we can catch you getting all mad and busting your knuckles. I said,
yes.
Yeah, so Bryce has a mic on, so he's going to ask me some questions, and we're going to work through this radar detector install. And I've done this. How many Porsches have I had? This is my 6th one. White one, blue one, white one, 5th one. This is my 5th. So this is the 5th radar detector I've done, and it's way easier to hardwire it, I think, than it is to try to mirror tap it. So we're going to hardwire it. So we're doing Uniden R7. I don't know, I'm kind of in a weird spot, but we have a space or a length limitation. Every time I forget the freaking knife.
Gosh.
Every time.
Yeah. Typical.
So what's the over-under on how many? How come you're not doing a Valentine V1, V2, or whatever it's called? How many were there? That was the question already, Bryce?
Yeah, it's already.
Oh, freaking
Is
idiots.
Matt interested in the Valentine 1 version 2?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
This is better. All I do is listen to my friend Ariel, Vortex Radar. He says R7's the best until the, it's called the Thea, the AI version of
the
Redenso. When that comes out, then we'll do that. Ooh, I don't think it had a little pouch like this before. So anyway, I bought 3 R7s in the last, all at once, because Civic, GT4, and then I'm going to swap out the R3 in the M3. And everybody's here salivating over the R3, so I don't think it'll even make it to Instagram for sale. So you can spare yourself that DM, because it's probably going to be gone. So we don't need anything from the box. We've got a BlendMount from my friends over at J28 Designs. We don't need any of the directions because I've done this before. We'll keep that. And then what we do on the R7, because it has kind of a long clip, what I do is double up this thing. So we take these little extras that they give us in the box or in the bag, and we're going to put these on. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure that the Valentine 1, the new version's fine. I just think this one has better range from what I understand. And I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I don't really care too much about radar detectors. I just want it to work. And that's all I'm asking. Let's put that little guy in there. I think I can usually tighten these down at maximum length. So again, you could mirror tap, but hardwiring is just so much easier.
Matt only says that because he's had bad luck with those mirror taps.
Well, some cars are easier to mirror tap, but
the Corvette was a nightmare. Remember that? Ooh.
Didn't I quit on that and just went to the
I can't remember what we did, but it was a very long process.
I just quit and went right to the darn hardwire.
It wasn't good.
So let's loosen
I remember that
this
video.
up.
We named it "How Not to Do a Mirror Tap." Yeah, now I remember that.
Yeah. That's how I do it. So anyway, we just did the RSNV wing risers. Try saying that 3 times quickly. So we'll open that up as far as we can so we can get it over top of the mirror. That's a little too far.
You want to answer a few questions here while you're...
Sure, Bryce. Give me some questions.
Oh, okay. From Facebook here, Daniel goes, I don't think you're in this game, but do you have any preference on a rice cooker? It seems that Zojirushi is a popular choice of the OG group. I
don't know. I need one because whatever rice we make is terrible.
Sorry, Michelle.
I like the sticky rice.
The sticky rice? Yeah, we got Rex over here.
Rex, we need the sticky rice. How do we get that? All right, so we're going to cut this little guy off. And we're going to put this little guy on. So this is an add a fuse. Add a fuse. And we'll put, and we'll probably just, we'll probably use the shotgun method, I call it, where you just start putting it in holes and see what happens. See how it goes.
Here's another question from Darren. He goes, a few weeks ago, Matt showed that legit-looking attachment for a pressure washer that doubled as a driveway, surface cleaner, undercarriage cleaner. Any idea on timeline or projected cost? Cash ready to go as soon as it's launched.
I just got the my cost, so it'll be somewhere around $415 retail, something like that. I have to order a freaking 100 of them, so it's going to be a costly venture again, as always. So I just have to place the order, and then we're probably 6 to 8 weeks after that. So, I mean,
it takes time to get over.
Yeah, I mean, it's super. I mean, it's crazy expensive, but I guess it is a little less expensive because it's a dual roll. But still, I don't think we're going to sell a lot of them. But Jamie from Osmatic says a lot of people want those things, so we're going to do it. We're going to launch it. So I think we'll put 2 3-amp fuses in here, and then we'll just try to find a switched spot in the fuse box, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so this is ready, and then the way this works is it's just a RJ11, so it converts it to RJ11, or is this RJ? This is RJ45, whatever. Telephone connection.
It's RJ11 for telephone.
Yeah, RJ11, and so we'll have a little pigtail coming out, and we'll hang this from our BlendMount, and we'll tuck this up the headliner, and it'll look nice and pretty. I always dread doing this, but it's actually pretty darn simple. We say that now.
Yeah, that's like you say that, then it's going to take us 2 hours just to get it mounted.
Don't you worry, Bryce. I've got some expertise here. The biggest problem with this car is we have to deal with the getting in and out of these seats. That's the hardest part. Okay, so let's take our Allen key in here, and let's start running our wire. I need to pull the A-pillar down, so I'm just gonna pop this. Oh, this one doesn't have the. I don't know if there's got to be an airbag in here. Maybe there isn't. In all the 911s, the airbag's right here. Oh boy.
Yeah, you didn't spend enough to get the airbag.
Yeah, let's bring the seat.
I don't know why the lights just turned on the car. That's weird.
Okay. So.
Yeah, while you're screwing around with that, Jack wants to know, how do you pronounce it, chat? Is it Cook, Koch, Cooch, Kimmy?
Cooch.
What do you think about the products? The products you see in the background of the videos lately? Well, we just used some today, so.
Yeah, I used the first one. It actually was super legit. It smelled quite a bit. Hand me that pick tool thinger.
Pick tool thing?
Skin wedge. So let's pop this off. See, the 911 has a Torx screw right there. Yeah, there's an airbag right there. Figured. So we just need a little enough room just so I can snake it through there. And so then I'll pull the weather stripping off. Pull off from here. Get that black gooey stuff everywhere. So just pull the leather stripping back, just like that. Pop this off. Just like that. Nothing like tearing apart your Porsche. Good thing I've done it once or twice. And then let's line our BlendMount in place. And I always push this all the way back. So yeah, the Koch stuff, I talked to Andrew. My friend Andrew is going to be the U.S. importer for the product. I'm pretty sure the rag company is the U.S. Amazon affiliate for the product. And so, I don't know, we're gonna test the line. They have like, I counted the other day, they have that pretty cool looking like periodic table looking thing. Is there the way they have it set up. And they have like, what was it, 132 products or something crazy like that. All right, so that our mirror operates, I always like to push the blend mount all the way up to the back. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I do anyway. So yeah, the Koch line, I'm gonna dig into that pretty extensively. I don't know, I get these like sneaky suspicions, and I'm guessing that product line is going to appeal to me, that there's going to be a lot of things that I like. It's the periodic table, that's all you need to do to get me. I'm probably going to want to bring this up. So I think I did this wrong. Oh, I'm a freaking idiot. I put this on backwards, dum-dum. I knew something didn't look right.
It's already not going well.
Oh, Bryce, you're so happy right now.
It's not going well. We're going to be here all night. Oh, boy.
No, we're not.
Kyle does have his Vossen wheels on, so
I'm an expert
his wheels are here.
at doing it wrong. I knew something didn't look right there. This way, Maddie. This way. So I think I'm going to shoot for the middle here. Let's try this again. That's the way we do it. Something felt really wrong.
Why would you need a radar detector? Do you go faster than the speed limit? Matt goes really fast right up to the speed limit and then he stops. Yep. Like when it says 35.
0 to 60.
Yep. You don't have to leave first gear. It's great.
0 to 54.
Speed limits to me are just a suggestion.
Are big brakes the real answer to speed limits, Matt?
Yes.
I knew it.
Don't worry, I got big brakes. That's one of my taglines. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense there, Maddie. Okay. So then, shoot me that. This is great. I got an assistant. Throw me that radar detector, Mike. Please. Do this so we can test fit our length. Come on. So then we'll take a cable.
Let's see. We have a question here.
What do you got?
What about the new IK sprayers? Ergonomics don't look that great, and it's a single action trigger, but the spray pattern atomization seems legit from the videos I've seen. Curious on your initial thoughts.
And the sprayer's garbage, so it solves nothing.
The only thing that's kind of nice is the bottle, is what I saw.
Well, but the bottle's too heavy for the sprayer,
But
so.
the bottle looks like a Quasar bottle to me.
Yeah. I
like-
mean, I don't think anybody would actually, or very few people would actually believe me, but if IK or somebody, and I don't care who develops the frickin' bottle, if somebody does, I'll adopt it. Press-All's going to take continued time to figure out how to get it right. I think Press-All is our most promising opportunity, but yeah, the IK bottle is not even close.
Yeah, the new Press-All sprayers are really good, so we'll be having those within a month. They should be here, hopefully.
Gosh, should have been here a month ago.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
everything takes forever to get from overseas.
yep.
This is the
They'll
part
sit
that
at port for a month.
So
'cause you
yeah,
don't
that
know.
IK freaking sprayer was worse than the Tolco. So you'd want to use the just get a Tolco sprayer. What's going on here? This one's feels like.
Can we somehow scoot that towel a little bit or no?
What?
Can we scoot that light back a little bit here? That towel is like right in your way. Yeah. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, you're good. Yep, keep going. Yep, yep.
All right, so now I got that up in there, now I can tuck it up in the headliner, like so. It's really this simple. This is why I always say hard wiring, especially if you know the car, is an easier way to do it.
I've already drove the new GT4, so yep.
Say what?
People are asking when I get to drive the car. I've already drove it, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryce put like 180 miles on it yesterday in making a a drive-by video.
Yeah. I went down to Orlando for a quick minute, came back. Yeah. Had Chipotle in the car. I got the big gulp. There's no real cup holders, so I just had to put it between my legs.
I
And
mean, there's no cup holders. Look.
No, that's fake. That's not no cup holder.
Not hold the big gulp.
No.
This cup holder's legit. There's two of them.
You know who uses that? No one.
Yeah, Adam does.
Well, that's just unfortunate.
This is sissy Starbucks he's driving around with all the time. Starbucks is for babies. Why do you have to drive around everywhere you go with a liquid?
You can just wear like a camel pack mat.
Walk into the kitchen, drink some liquid, walk out. Is that too much to ask?
My kitchen's not on the side of 441 though, Matt. I can't do that.
Well, wait till you get home.
I'm thirsty now though. I need hydration.
You weigh 125 pounds.
Come on, be generous. It's 150. Jeez.
So I'm routing this cable through right next to the airbag so it, oh boy, I think I messed this up. I did. I really got to get underneath the airbag here. Here's what we'll do. We'll do this. I really want that to come off, but it's not.
When does Jeff get to drive GT4?
Never.
Jeff can watch it.
When he
drive.
turns 30.
Oh boy, only 9 more years, Jeff. Can't wait. This car will be gone, so you will never be able to drive it. So.
He'll have a GT4 by then.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Let's get an Instagram question here from Maddie Rayburn 40. What mods are you doing for the GT4? Rims, carbon, etc.
Well, I mean, radar, the wing thingers. I guess we'll do the bolster protectors, which I'm not a huge fan of, but apparently I'm already starting to beat up the bolster here.
That one came like that from factory.
Was it like that already?
It was. It was at the dealership like that.
Yeah. I
Some
know.
big old Porsche guy got in there. Can you turn that off, Jeff? Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to try spacers, but I don't want the spacers to jack up my, I don't want the wheel shaking and all that crap, so.
Yeah, we just got an email back from Future Classics. I think they said 7mm is what you need.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so we're doing a 7mm spacer. We'll lower it. I'll probably end up doing wheels in this car. That's likely. All right, so now I got to pull the fuse box out. This is the part that's always a little sketchy, and that there's a weird clip on this that I don't love pulling off, but I really need to get, get this black crap all over me.
Yeah, we can't move the towel much more. It's kind of protecting the paint, so the towel has to stay, guys.
You really got to pull this side piece off too.
Here, you can get in there a little closer. This is fine. It won't come out. It shouldn't unplug.
Yeah, this grease they put on the car for sealing up the weather stripping always makes a huge mess. I just don't remember how this comes off. I don't want to break the tab here. But I need to get this off of here. There we go. So you just got to be careful with this piece here, so it pulls like up and out. So it, you know, if you have a Porsche, you want to twist it this way. You always try to pull it that way, and then end up breaking this tab, and then it never sits right again. Okay, so there's a ground. There's a screw right here. Again, we don't need some crazy, amazing ground. We just need to get, you know, in contact with some metal. So even though this will butt up against plastic, it'll be fine. But we're going to bring this wire down around. I've tucked it behind the airbag there. And then we bring this out behind the box. I'm going to tie up the rest of this wire. Grab a couple of zip ties. And then this will ground right there. So I need to go grab a little 10mm. Keep this tucked back in here. But you see how simple it is to do this. So let me ground it first, and then we'll start putting it in some holes and see what happens.
Here's something from Jeff's detailing. He says, "Hey Matt, I took your advice on rearranging my home screen on my iPhone 11. It's much easier to use now. No more fumbling through multiple pages of apps."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, that reminds me, like I was going through my apps on my phone, and you're sitting there judging me because I have like 1 million apps.
Yeah, why do you have so many apps?
Because I use half of them, Matt.
So why don't you get rid of the other half?
Because then like a month will go by and be like, oh wait, no, I need that. But then if I don't see it, I forget about it
What are you
completely.
pointing at? What does she want?
People are freaking out about the towel. It's like, dude, we need the towel on the thing.
What does Michelle want?
Read what she said.
She wants that dog?
No, she's talking about the towel. People are freaking out. She said.
Oh, well, let's just take the frickin' towel off. Was the towel in the way?
Not really. People are making it out to be, though. I don't know.
She said there.
Just move it up farther on the
There's no towel. There you go.
there.
So
Now
let's
they're
all
gonna
sacrifice
complain-
the scratching.
Now they're going to complain that there's no towel on the paint, protecting the paint mat.
Screw it. It's my car. I do what I want.
Oh no. Look what you guys done.
It's coated. It can't get scratched.
It has 9H hardness, Matt.
If it was PPF, then we would have been good. What am I looking for? I've totally like just left my body right there and came back. Yeah, you know, it doesn't make any sense that you're not gonna put PPF. This is your daily driver, and you're not gonna put PPF on it. Yeah, dum. Just not gonna drive behind people.
Look at what you guys done. Wait, no, Matt started complaining about this himself, so I don't know what he means. I don't know.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're gonna regret it. Well, every car I've owned. How many cars have I owned? 30. 2 of them had PPF. 2. How many, Bryce?
What?
2.
2? The number 2?
So I'm taking a little 10 mil off. People always looking to catch me slipping. Well, guess what? I don't slip. If I do, we don't edit it out, but I tell you ahead of time. You can't catch me. There's no catching me. I'm uncatchable. So shut your face. All right, grounding this to plastic. A little ground going on here, and then we'll start trial and erroring it. all the internet perfectionists would just read some manual or something, but I just start putting it in and see what happens. Something blows up, then we'll cry about it later. That one's no good. So the way we know if it's good or not is that if it turns on, then we obviously don't have a switched outlet, so we don't want that. That's no good. And that's no good. Well, promising. So now let's take our key. See if in position 2 it turns on. And then we can nope, that's a dead outlet. Nothing there. You know what you could do, you get the manual out and just find one that makes sense. Or you can do it this way and trial and error it. I'm just kind of working through these accessory. Sometimes though, with the key in, nope. Nope, not good. Doesn't normally take this many tries. Probably gonna have to pull one of the fuses out then. Let's try that one. What else we got, Bryce? Anything else exciting?
Yeah, I was reading comments over here. Here's another one from Knucklehead64 on Instagram. Hey Matt, if you could go back and do it all over again, would you still dial in the Civic paint before getting the dent removal, audio, engine work done?
Yeah,
Or knowing you
I
would?
still would.
You would? Okay.
I
You
think
just
we
go
got
back
it.
to it, fix it.
Uh-oh, we don't want to get copyrighted.
Oh no. Is that the one?
Boom, that's the one.
Oh, the way faster than I expected.
I
Yeah.
told you I knew how to do this, you guys.
I was waiting for Matt to like start back at the fuse he did first and like try and figure.
I told you I knew how to do this.
This old man actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah. It's amazing when you do something once or twice,
Well, this is like your
or the 60th
20th time, you know. So, you know.
So,
Pretty
the
good.
reason why I always do these, these dash mount radar detectors is, imagine I had to do a custom install on each one. It's just the sheer cost and, all the cars I'm changing all the time just wouldn't be practical. I mean, even I draw the line somewhere. So, but anyway, the Civic, we're back in full swing on the Civic. We'll be working on the suspension. I'm probably gonna put the Toyota header in this weekend. I say that now until college football is gonna be on, so I may not leave the house for.
College football, that's funny, Matt. We all know it's Heartland. Come on.
No. The only reason I've been watching so much Heartland is because there hasn't been any sports on. Let's tuck this back in here.
Here's a question from MojitoMan6 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you ever take paint coating measurements before correcting a car?
I don't.
Because he's planning on owning a Elise long term for 10 years. And 10 years of polishing 2 times a year seems like it'd take a toll on clear coat.
Yeah, I mean, 2 times a year is probably not necessary if you're washing it properly. It's just not tucking in the way I want.
Here's another question from JDM Masters. Have you ever tried the CarPro Skies Blue air freshener? If so, any thoughts on it?
No, I think it's supposed to smell like eraser, isn't it?
Yep.
It's supposed to smell like eraser?
Yeah.
Old eraser or new eraser?
I don't know.
There is a difference.
Yeah.
Old eraser is best eraser. New eraser is kind of like,
Yeah, new eraser is not as good. Not nearly as good. All right, let me take this thing off. This one never comes out as easily. this back on. Yeah, I haven't, it's on my short list. Products that I haven't actually used that I would like to, that I didn't know existed. One of the things I'd like to get to at some point in the longer term future is to start revisiting, entire product lines. We're going to visit through the entire Koch Chemi line or Cook Chemi, or first thing we're going to visit is is how do you pronounce it? What's
Koch, Koch,
what's the proper pronunciation? All right, I need something to get that thing out. Dang it.
Koshimi? What? Koshimi? Koshimi? I don't know.
At SEMA, they told me it was Cook Chemi. But then all the, remember that thing they sent us in the mail? They called it Koch Chemi, in a slightly German, with a German accent. The little tabby thing got stuck. Hey, if anybody owns a Civic and you want an Apex I exhaust, let me know. I need to get that thing out.
Any Honda bros out there, we got an exhaust. It's real quiet.
Skunk 2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, this thing. I hate these tabs.
Here's another question. Have you done a driving experience at Porsche Center in Atlanta?
No. I've been there, but I haven't done any driving there. I've been there 3 or 4 times. I think the place to go would be to do the more advanced driving at Skip Barber. That school, I think, is awesome from what I understand. This thing is not coming out. And I don't know what this thing... There's a little clip that needs to come out in order to put this piece back on, and it's stuck in there. And I don't want to scratch up the paint. Got it. Oh, you dumbo. I promised myself I wouldn't mess this car up. Now that I know how to do all this stuff, there's no reason to mess it up. So this is the little thing I was trying to take off, or get out. So let's slide that back on. So that can clip back in place. Clip this thing back on.
Here's another Instagram question for you, Matt, from Matty Ice 685. Hey, Matt, how did the cap sale go? Did it meet or pass your expectations? How are you feeling about the efficiency of the new employees?
I just made the video for Inside the Hex, just going through all the statistics, all the data. So that'll be up there.
Right now.
Is it up?
It's up.
And yeah, I mean, the sales exceeded my expectations. We did 570,000 in sales, about 1,400 orders, and our efficiency we're working on. It was good data for us to figure out what's our next step to make it more efficient. So I think it worked great. And we figured out where we need to speed up human-wise. Come on. It's always easier to put back together when you just break the tabs. Freaking elbow hurts. So yeah, not too shabby. We did okay. More than okay. The only problem is we robbed Peter to, you rob the future sales a little bit. discounting everything, and then we sell a little less the remaining weeks of the month because, you guys all bought your stuff now. Boom. Okay. But by and large, it was a huge success. Huge success. And so we ended up catching up, what's about 7 days later, 6 days later. The goal long term would be to catch up immediately. To be able to stay up to date with it all the way through. Slide that back in place. Put our weather stripping back on. I didn't break anything. Only one little baby scratch. Do the old lick it method. Pretend like nothing happened. Put this thing back on. Make sure everything goes back in place. And we got ourselves a radar detector. Fuzz buster.
Here's a question from Matt D2886. I have no idea what this is, but what do you think of the jam handle?
The what?
The jam handle?
The heck is that?
So I looked it up. It's like, how you have on your Miata, the two things.
Oh, the door jam handle to close your
Oh.
door without touching the paint?
Yeah, I don't like that. I think it's kind of dumb. Somebody talked about that a couple of years ago to me. It's like one of those things I like that about as much as I like, what's that MTM thing? The double shooty
Toro?
thing.
I don't know what it's called.
The double foam cannon. The matzo ball valve, is that what you said? Mezzo valve. Yeah. It's one of those things that I don't think really needs to exist. It's a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. Let me look at how that...
Yeah, Matt has no idea about a rice cooker. He's the wrong guy to ask.
I'm the whitest dude ever. Why would I know?
I don't know. Apparently they think you eat a lot of rice. I don't know. All my Asian friends use zozorushi, so I don't know if that helps. And they live in Japan, so there you go. Take that.
That piece isn't correct.
JDM.
JDM.
This guy says the ultimate rice cooker is the Honda, so...
Come on, that's not nice.
Sorry, Jason.
Something's going on here. I can't get this to go the way I want it to.
Okay, I went through all these questions. I can go over here to the YouTube chat, start looking at some of these questions in here.
This is the worst live stream we've ever done, Bryce.
This is great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got a little lump going on here. I don't like that.
You think we're going to review the Adams Pressure Washer 2.0?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
I was looking forward to like...
Here's a review. It sucks. Done.
Okay,
End of review.
there it is, guys. It sucks. I was looking forward to like blowing it up or something.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it outside of it's the same as all the other garbage that exists. It's the same freaking thing. Skip it. You don't need it. Adams doesn't, they're not in the pressure washing business. They're not coming up with some special thing that doesn't exist. They're just taking what already exists and private labeling it, which is smart because that's what their customers want. But if you're looking for something good, you're not buying that. I just don't like how that's sitting.
You're putting in a B18 in the Civic Type R, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what engine he's putting in then. That should be, we say September maybe?
November 9th.
September 9th, so that's going
November
to John
9th.
LHT. November. Oh yeah, it's already passed, dude. It would be gone. I don't know what I'm talking about. November.
Yeah, November 9th it goes down to John. John's gonna video the thing, give us all of the content. It's gonna be freaking great. The Civic is all those people giving me a hard time are gonna apologize to me when it's done. Say, okay, I get it now. Be simple. There we go. OE like, just not so frickin' sucky. Anybody who says, you should leave that Civic, that beautiful masterpiece alone, that car frickin' sucks. It's like the worst car ever. You know, it's like, why would you want, who wants a stock Civic? It's terrible. I don't want a stock Civic. Nobody wants a stock Civic. If you do, you're an idiot. What you want the Civic for is to modify. That's the freaking cool part about it. It's the only cool part about it. Okay, radar detector's in. Let's set it up.
They want a GT4 gearing rant.
Oh my gosh. Freaking idiots.
I think it's just fine because, you know, you're just going to go fast, right? It's like, so what? You're going to go through, like, get to fourth gear?
Your gear is what, it's just the gear. Just shift them.
The shift.
Shut your mouth.
Like, hey, I want to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. So,
Oh shoot, I need that little, the Allen key.
Oh, no.
So the gearing is just fine, people. Stop trying to sound smart. You're not smart, so just accept that you're not smart and be okay with it. Looks pretty good. I need to tilt it that way. Let's see if I can just, yeah, I need to tighten up here. So it needs to flatten out. Now, R7's not the easiest one to take off of here. You have to push the button and pull the tab, but I never take it off, so there we go. So first thing I gotta do is tighten this up, loosen this a little bit.
Let's see. Do you feel nervous working on a 20-year-old Civic where parts are scarce, or a 1-month-old Porsche where parts are crazy expensive? Like, which one?
That's a good question. Thanks for opening up Pandora's box now. Y'all freaking out all the time.
Talk about the spoon hood, you know?
Spoon hood will be here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I never really thought about it. It's kind of changed a bit because now, you know, now I have this business where it makes sense. Back in the old days, you know, when I was always overextending myself to get cool stuff, yeah, I mean, I'd be freaking out all the time. You're like, man, I don't know if I should be messing with this. And now I don't take it quite as seriously because I'll just buy another one, you know. And that's because, you know, it's a write-off. It's a regular business expense for me, you know, and we sell lots of stuff and I make quite a bit of money, so it's not a big deal. And you know, I'm working on cars that I can afford, unlike what I did when I was younger. But so now it's not quite as big of a deal as it used to be. It works. Turn this off. The big freaking mistake I made, it was too late to add it on, but I forgot to do the dual zone climate control. And now I'm stuck with this weird system that like doesn't make any sense. Before, you know, it gives you, the other one gives you like a temperature readout. All right, so let's set this thing up. Where's the menu button?
Let's see. People want to know, are you thinking about putting a sound system in the M3 at any time? Like someone like the Civic maybe, where it's kind of closed off, like nice and clean?
I would like to, yeah.
We talked about that a while ago. Who was it? Some company down like in Orlando or something?
Yeah, my buddy Chris. Change quota. So I moved all the quota from user marks to whatever that other thing's called.
I think Matt's buying price for the M3 is $70,000. So yeah.
What? No. 95.
95. I'm sorry, it's more than 70. It's 95. They've gone up recently, I believe. Let's go up.
Quiet ride on. Quiet ride below 25 miles an hour.
Nobody knows where the Reagan Masters are at, so we don't know when that's going on the Civic.
No, they shipped, they arrived at like the 15th or something like that.
Okay.
Display
Last I heard from you,
speed,
we didn't know.
and color. What color should I make this thing? Red? Should I leave it red or I think blue? Arrow color, red, color. Yeah, I think white makes the most sense. All thread off, mute memory. Yeah, mute memories for X and K band, KA priority, KA narrow. K block. On. I gotta go look at Vortex's recommended settings here. I thought I would remember all this stuff, but KA band, X band off.
I don't know where Chris went today. Did he say?
He's feeling sick.
He's not feeling good. So we kind of had to come up with this idea last second.
Yeah. All right. Well, where's my phone?
Where's your phone?
Is my phone right there somewhere? Oh, it's right there, behind you. Let's pull up, go to vortexradar.com and tell me what to set this thing.
Oh, jeez, I got to explain stuff now.
No, you just have to tell me. No explanation necessary. While you're doing that, give me another question to answer.
Oh, jeez. Your laptop's chugging here a little bit.
It's fine. And laptop is awesome. 16-inch MacBook. Yeah, this is very easily the worst live stream I've ever done. Sorry, people. But hey, it goes to show you, I kind of know what I'm doing. Like, you know, we don't edit it down. That's how it goes.
Let's see. Any updates on the OG branded entry-level pressure washer idea?
I'm still waiting to hear back from James, who owns the company that will OE for us in China. It'll be a 5-plunger instead of 3-plunger radial axial pump, sealed pump, so still a throwaway pump. Should be, we're targeting around 2 gallons a minute. I'm targeting around, probably end up, being $250 or less. And it'll come with nothing. So it'll come with no gun or wand or any of that stuff. So it'd be $250 for the pump, and then you'd have to buy whatever accessories you wanted to buy. So you'd need to buy a hose and a, MTM gun or a Mosmatic gun or something like that. But it'll be shelf mountable, or wall mountable, if you will. And then, you can carry it around. It'd be handheld as well, so you can do either or. And should work just fine on a 15 amp circuit. Like just plug it into the wall, you don't have to worry about it.
Where does he list these settings at, Matt? On the review itself, or is there a page here that says settings?
Yeah, it's on there somewhere. Yeah, give me my phone. I'll find it for you. Well, he's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing.
All right,
supposed to be
ready, Matt? I found it.
You found it?
There you go. Thank you, Jeff.
So it says here, city or advanced with K-band at 50%.
What? No, there's a whole list of settings, Jeff.
Yeah, it says city or advanced with K-band at 50%. It's the first dot.
City, okay. Well, we would advanced, all right.
At 50%.
X band at what?
City or advanced with K-band at 50%.
Got it. All right.
Rear balance.
Hold on.
I am reading questions from
So I'm
the
going
chat here.
K-band 50%. Okay.
Rear balance or rear bow, 70%.
What the flip? Okay, K-band 50. Nope. K-band 50. K-band 100. Rear balance 70.
Yes.
Okay.
GPS on.
Yep.
Speed camera on.
Yep.
Red light cam on.
Red light came on. Yep.
RLCQ ride,
Yep.
60 miles per hour.
Got it.
Voice on.
Oh shoot! Hold on. I messed it up.
So live stream. People were complaining about the towel, Kyle. People were complaining about the towel, okay?
Yeah, why is there no towel? Tell them they're right to complain.
Oh, you need to
Voice on.
Oh.
Voice on.
Yep.
KA frequency voice on.
Okay.
X band off.
Yep.
K band on.
Yep.
KA band on.
Yep.
Laser on.
Yep.
K-pop off.
Yep.
MRCD off.
Yep.
KA pop off.
Got it.
K filter on.
Yep.
KA filter off.
Yep.
TSF on.
Ooh. Okay.
K block on.
Okay.
K narrow. Oh, there's no. Or KA segmentation. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8.
K narrow, you said?
Yeah. Well, there's nothing after K. It just says K narrow.
K
Sorry,
A
headphone users.
narrow.
Or it says KA segmentation.
Okay.
It should be 2, 4, 5, 6, 8.
And what do you say? K A after the segmentation.
It's 2, 4, 5, 6, 8.
I don't know what that means. Oh, two. Okay, I got it. So KA1 off,
Yeah.
KA2 on,
Yes.
3.
So the ones you want on are 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8.
2, 4, 5, 6.
I can't ask
And
Matt
8.
any questions. He's going to get super confused and mess up everything. So you could post some questions
Okay.
in the
K
chat.
priority.
It shows nothing. Mute memory,
Yep.
X and K.
Okay.
All threat on.
Got it.
Color red.
Yep.
Arrow color, X band is going to be red.
Yeah, we don't need any of that. Skip all that.
You don't want band color either?
No, I got all. Okay, that's it. That's all we need. We're good. Self-test off.
Yeah, so self-test off, bat saver off, bat warning off.
Done. Now what?
Now what?
Should I put the bolster protectors on?
If you want. It's
Alright.
3 o'clock almost.
Yeah, I told Ed I would make a video of that, so.
Here's a question about the Egos. I thought you said you preferred the Ego 580 over the 650. Has this been changed? Any update on getting the short cone attachment from your buddy?
So the 580 is a lot less shrill, right? So the difference between the 580 and the 650 is pretty minimal. So I'd choose the 580 because it doesn't hurt your ears as much when you don't have ear protection on. So just think that 580 is a little better, but it really doesn't matter. I think it comes down to which one do you get for a little less money. Yeah, no update. David's working on. He has a contract manufacturer now, and so now I owe him a call back. I need to call him back to figure out where he's at. But we're not anytime soon.
And then explain exactly like these settings that you're setting, like who it is, like what website people can
So
find.
go
this
to
at.
vortexradar.com, and you can go to Vortex Radar YouTube channel, and he tells you exactly what to do. I'm taking that light out of here. So there's no need to like reinvent the wheel. The dude is, he's like 10th level degree black belt on radar detectors. So there's no reason to do anything different than to just listen to what he says. So go to Vortex Radar, and that's where we just were. So Jeff was just reading off all of his recommended settings, so I don't have to try to figure it out. And so now my radar detector's set and good to go. And so I set them all up the same, so they all operate the same, and in all the cars, and that way I don't have to think about it. And then this one, the Uniden R7, has the greatest range capability, and it has has the arrows. I mean, that was the big advantage of the Valentine 1, is it had the the arrow to tell you if it was the front or rear. And that patent expired 3 or 4 years ago now, something like that. And so Uniden has a superior range and has the one huge advantage that the Valentine 1 had, which was directional arrows. And so it's right now it's I think the best radar detector on the planet. The only thing that I wish that it had, which the Escort has a one-up on, is auto sensing or auto false alert filtering. So the like the Passport Max 360, which is quite a bit bigger than this one, a little bulkier. That one has auto filtering. So you go buy a an automatic door 3 times and it'll filter it out. This one you have to mark it. So that's how I do radar detectors. So these are $500 a piece, and so the reason I end up having to buy new ones because I end up giving them away with the car in the giveaways. So that's why I haven't. I've had to keep buying them. That's why I had to buy 3 new ones here this past week. So that's the answer.
Yeah, and they want to know if you're going to get the new Redenzo, and we answered that already in the beginning.
Yeah, so when the Theas come out, I'm sure I'll get one, at least one to try out, and then if it's great, I think that the price point target was like $800 or something like that. And when I talked to Jonathan, I know Jonathan is a friend of mine who owns Redenzo USA, and so I think he owns Redenzo, so he's invested a lot of money, raised a lot of capital in order to reinvent radar technology, because these detectors are all the same. They're all based on the same principles, and so no one's innovated, and so they all basically do the same thing with a few feature differences or range differences. And so he wanted to have something that actually used some sort of calculating, and so he's using artificial intelligence to filter out and decide what is an actual radar detector and what's a false. And so it'll be a much more sophisticated unit. And I think the first form it'll be a dash-mounted type detector, and then eventually they'll have a custom install thing too, from what I understand. So I saw the technology at SEMA last year, and I think he's getting pretty close to having it come out.
It's pretty interesting. In chat, TC24 said auto muting is a few weeks away via firmware update for the R7.
Ooh.
So there's going to be a lot of R7s being updated.
What firmware are we on this thing? That's what I probably need to pull this thing out and update them.
Yeah, that's easy enough. I think I still have the software on my PC, so.
Yeah, so I do need to do that. That's all I got. Got nothing else for you.
No, I got no more questions really in here.
I think the video is pretty interesting inside the hex. The video of me talking about the capacity sale and sort of the statistics of it, and how much I spent in labor versus how much productivity we gained, and so again, I think we've seen a pretty significant increase, but still we'll continue to improve that. But that video I think is pretty neat. It's like 20 minutes long. How much long is it? 25 minutes, something like that. when I'm talking about that. I just ordered all of the bits for impacts. So I think there's like 125 different individual bits for like PH1, PH2, SQ1, SQ2, SQ3, and we're going to create like a foam inlay kit of all of the individual parts and pieces to supplement your impact. And then I'm going to do the same thing with drill driver. So we'll have drill bits. Same thing with blades, with Sawzall blades and all that stuff. So we're gonna have some really cool things coming out here soon from Milwaukee. And then I got to get working on the individual kits of things. So we're trying to get all the inventory squared away, so that way I can actually pull from them, take photos, create the ultimate package, and all that stuff.
So in here, people want to know about the press-all labels. That's being taken care of. I got a new sample coming in from Scott, so we'll have labels probably when bottles show up. So we'll start having the labels come in for, just general chemicals and whatnot, like all-purpose cleaners and all other stuff.
I think what we'll have to do for the chemical-resistant bottles is we'll have to do something like kind of like what Press-All or IK's doing, where it's just a card on the back.
Yeah. Those bottles are just really hard to wrap anything around, and you can't really mass produce a label for that type of thing unless it's one of those goofy shrink labels. It's plasticky. It just doesn't work. Or the more household.
Yeah, because it's oblong and weird.
Yeah. Let's see. People were saying next GT4 video. I think what we'll do is we'll have the RSMV come out probably beginning of next week, and then we'll probably have another video on Friday. So today there'll be a driving video for the Porsche, and then Monday you'll probably see the ring risers.
Yeah. So the first drive is the first third drive is tonight.
Yep.
And then
probably by Monday I just get the
we
wing
have
risers.
detailed
And
video.
RSMV's in the chat here saying, how are you liking the wing risers?
I love them. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
They're gonna be pumped. I'm gonna do a photo and video write-up on Renlist. So I'm gonna sell you some wing risers. The smartest thing you ever sent. It's gonna be lots of GT4 guys gonna be buying them for sure. Especially if they know how to do it. They don't trust you. They don't trust the manufacturer as much as they do some fumbling guy that say, well, that idiot can do it. I can do it for sure. So they're freaking awesome. That's what I'm meaning to look out the back here. Oh yeah, I got more visibility. The car looks a lot tougher. Who cares about performance? I only care about what it looks like, right? Are you gonna go to the track? No. Are you? You're not either, so just stop complaining.
Let's see. People want to know about the exhaust. Do you have like an ETA when that might show up or something?
I don't know. I forgot to ask them when they're sending it to me. It's soon. So, we're doing 4 different variants of the exhaust. We'll have race header, which likely won't make the cut. Race header, race exhaust, over axle pipe, and then valve controller. So we're going to play with all those different things.
And then one question here was pretty interesting. Have you ever tried to keep up with any of the giveaway owners? So like the cars or like the
No.
1M or the M5?
They still have them. I mean, I'm sure we'd know if they didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure someone would have found them if they popped up.
We got so lucky. We got like 2 of the most awesome people ever that aren't annoying, So
Hey Matt, it makes a real clunky noise. Can you come up here and fix it?
Yeah, they're not annoying. They're self-sufficient. They handle the car themselves. So we can only hope that the Civic is the same way. If they were annoying, I'd just ignore them anyway. But still, it would still annoy me that they're annoying me. I got them 100% of the way there, and so then they leave me alone. It's freaking awesome. So they're like favorite people. Those are my favorite kind of people.
People are saying something about GT4 lighting upgrades. Did you talk about something about lights on this? Just besides you did the front markers, that's all you did, right?
Yeah, just the side markers, clear side markers. There are no lighting. I mean, you can't improve on what this thing does. The lights are incredible. I love the tail lights on this thing too, because we all inherently like clear tail lights, but you don't like them white clear. So these are black clear. They're freaking awesome.
Let's see.
Yeah. Civic's about to go under the suspension knife here this week. I'm excited. I got it all figured out. And I bought all this stuff, but I didn't know what any of it actually was. It's called Hard Race to say, I want one of everything. everything. He's like, well, no, everything. I want one of all of it. And so the Motons, I think, are going to be good. I think I got an idea where we're going to put the remote reservoirs and set that up. I have a company sending me some cool remote reservoir mounts. What's their name? I'm sure they would like a shout out. Let's see.
People want to know how much your insurance is.
I think it's like $7,000 a year.
And that's what, Chubb?
Chubb, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have agreed value insurance. So like this car is insured for 130 grand or whatever, 125 grand. Not 125 less depreciation, the moment you drive it off the lot. So if this car gets totaled and in 3 years from now, 5 years from now, they're going to write me a check for 125 grand. The Civic is insured for 25 grand, which is kind of stupid. I'm sure I could probably itemize and prove to them and send, have them insured for 100 grand, but it would cost a lot more. Once you go over a certain agreed value, then you'll pay a lot more. The RS is insured for 238,000. It's probably not worth that. I just insure them for a sticker, and so I insured the Civic for 25 grand. The M3, I think the M3 is only insured for like 45 or something like that. So I should probably increase the insurance on that. But again, over-insuring makes no sense. If you can afford to self-insure, you generally would want to do that. But in order to have Chubb, you have to have a home. Your home's appraised value has to be $500,000 or greater. That's the requisite, and then you can have Chubb policy. But yeah, I think it's $7,000 and change a year, maybe $7,200 a year. But it changes because I'm always changing cars all the time. So what is that average per car? What, 5 cars? So what is that? $1,300 a car or something like that? No, more than that. $1,500 a car, roughly. No. 15. Whatever. You guys do the math. So,
I wanted to see what that company was that was sending me some mounts for my remote reservoirs. Renscott LLC. I should probably follow him.
And RSMV are wondering, any parts you wish existed for the GT4 that don't?
Not really.
Something maybe that you put on some of the older other cars that don't exist for this one?
No. Dundon exhaust, they can't help me there. Yeah, so we're doing these, they make these mounts for remote reservoirs.
So it's kind of these little things that go around there. So these are like remote reservoir little collars that I'm going to be able to use to mount. I'm not 100% sure how they work, but I'm going to figure that out.
And yes, we'll be doing Black Friday this year, so wait for that. It's coming up.
Look how good this keychain looks. Look at that. It doesn't dead match, but that's a little darker, isn't it? Junk. So when I drive, I hate keychains that touch my leg. And so what I do is I take the thing and I hang it from there. So when it's in position 2.
They're asking if you're going to debadge the GT4. You can't, right?
I don't think that Porsche comes off, no.
Isn't it indented?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like even if you took it off, you would just have to get like a black badge or
I
something.
like it. I think it's fine, so I'm going to leave it. No GT4 on there, though. And I can't take the, they're talking about the hood emblem. You can't take that off. Although they're talking about the Porsche in the back. So yeah, neither one will come off. The only thing you can do is get rid of the gold and do like a silver one, but it's gold here, so I might as well leave it gold up there.
People want to know where you get that keychain at.
This you get from Suncoast Porsche Parts.
It's $100 for just this. Doesn't come with a key ring. You gotta get your own. You gotta supply your own. But you'll have it for the rest of your life. I got clever in my red ones. Where is my other red one? Do you still have that thing? You
Jeff's
do.
sporting it right now.
What?
Yeah.
Give me that back. Get that back immediately. I had those I'd found like actual OE Porsche. This is an OE 997 RS pull strap. door pull, different than these door pulls. But the door pull was like this, just hangs out like that, and so that's what this little loop is for. And so Suncoast, it was a genius idea, just make it a keychain.
Yeah. You said it was 100, or that was 200?
And so I just bought it. It was $100. I think it used to be more.
Yeah. I knew they were more.
But now they have black, silver, and red. They used to only have red. They don't have green. We've
like
tried. We've tried to find this, find a material that looked similar, but it all looks janky.
Yeah.
And
Like you can get it, but you have to buy like 50,000 feet of it. It's not easy to find that material.
But that's a good setup right there. I don't care who you are. And then I generally have my other keys.
Oh, they want to know if you're going to try and take the warning sticker off your visors over there.
Yeah, I will. I'll take that off. But there
Are
really aren't
those-
any modifications. This will lower it, in the factory coilover, so I'll do that. The only thing I may do is wheels. And then depending on, if I plan on keeping this car, it would be really cool to do a stereo in it. Pull out this Bose bull crap.
Oh boy. Are you against windshield tint visors?
What is that?
I think he's talking about the strip, the Florida strip.
Yeah, why would you do that? That's the stupidest thing ever. Well, then I can't see. And I'm looking at like a line. Maybe if I was 5'1",
Yeah, your problem is you see too much of the top.
that's stupid.
Usually.
Yeah, just tint the window. Why would you tint half the window?
Or use your visor if it's really bad.
Yeah, don't
Sun
do
visor.
that. Don't. It looks stupid. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. So just tint the whole windshield. That's what I do. Why would you do anything differently? That's like super 90s.
Like the one in my truck.
Were they stupid
one's
in the
so bad.
90s or something? I mean, why wouldn't they be smart enough? Hey, why don't I just tint the whole windshield? Hello? Who cares what the laws are? You can't tint the windows anyway. So just tint it. What are they going to do? I've never been pulled over in my life for window tint. Just don't tint it too dark.
No, Matt's not doing any Sharkworks gearbox. No.
No, it's stupid. Isn't it like it's like $20,000?
I have no idea.
There's nothing wrong with it. Just shift the car. Works great.
Let's see.
Stop pretending like you've even driven one to even know. As everybody says, have you ever even driven a GT4? Because if you have, you wouldn't care. It's freaking awesome. That's all I got.
Let's see. Are there any touch points where you think Porsche has compromised on quality in the GT4?
The gearbox.
That freaking rear hatch.
Gear ratio.
That rear hatch sucks closing that.
Yeah, it
Come
doesn't
on.
close very well. The Corvette has an advantage there because the Corvette you close and it closes itself.
Has a soft close rear trunk. This
Yeah.
thing is a nightmare to get it closed. You have to like slam it.
Yeah, this one doesn't close very well.
Gosh. You can get your fingers all over
No,
the rear.
I mean the engine. I mean that's the big thing is that it's they don't put if they put a true GT engine in it, it would be incredible. I mean this is a variant. This is a bored and sleeved version of the 3-liter turbo that they put in the 911, and so this car would be turned loose if they put a GT3 engine in it or some variant of the a bespoke RSR inspired GT engine. But it's kind of fun that this thing makes it much deeper, throatier. There's more induction noise, and it's fast enough. It's more fun to kind of rag this thing out. So I really dig it. I think I'm keeping this car. At least for the foreseeable future. I just can't envision myself driving the M3 anywhere. M3 giveaway in October.
Someone was asking when that car's going to show up for a giveaway.
October giveaway. You think we can pull that off?
No, we cannot. Don't talk those
What
words.
is today? We got 12 days till October.
12 days. You want me to kill myself?
What else we got to do?
You got to build up stock, which we don't have, and make all the
yeah.
new merch.
We just make it all pre-order.
So think logically about this, Matt. Your famous words. Think logically.
Just do a pre-order, and we just get it to them when we get it.
Jeff,
What do you guys think? In the comments, would you buy a T-shirt and wait 2 months for it, knowing that somebody's going to win the M3?
if you guys want to see Jeff jump off the bridge across the street, say yes.
You're not allowed to email about where's my shirt. You're not allowed to do it. No one's allowed to email.
Oh gosh.
You're not allowed to ask any questions. That's the deal. That's what we should do. If you send an email, you're disqualified from the giveaway.
Yeah, I think that's not legally allowed. So.
I'd write my own rules, Bryce.
Yeah, that's what would get you in trouble.
You send an email, you annoy me, you're out. I keep your money too. We'll have like 700 credit card disputes.
Exactly. Oh boy.
Let's give away.
Okay, let's get off this topic because I don't like this topic.
Yeah. What do you think? Read me some of what people are saying.
People want to know about the TJ
What?
Hunt garage. Have you talked to TJ?
I
Any updates on
haven't.
that?
I haven't had any time to do it. I need to. We're probably both thinking the same thing, which is we don't have time to do it. So I'm avoiding him. He's avoiding me.
He's got a lot going on in his life right now.
Yeah. M3 giveaway.
Let's get off this topic. Yeah.
What I'm hoping is that if we gave away the Civic and the M3, would I raise enough money to pay cash for a 458 Speciale?
No. The answer is no. No, you won't.
How do you know?
No, I just know. No.
Checked. How much a 458 is?
Yeah, they're 400 grand, 390. I think we could do it. The Civic and the M3 are two freaking amazing cars. You just raised $200,000 in profit on each deal.
Yeah. Okay. Then we'll give them both away during the same time in January, February.
No. One in October, 12 days, and one in January, starting December 15th. We need to come up with some good stuff. We can make Milwaukee products one of them and just mark them up, $25. People will buy, tons of Milwaukee. I'm sure I could get Milwaukee on board with that.
Give him a whole thing of tools with it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You get a trunk filled with, trunk and back seat filled with Milwaukee.
No.
What do you think, Bryce?
Y'all are terrible people.
Everybody's fired up.
Then you got.
So what I'll do for the M3, I'll get BBS FIRs, and get the carbon ceramics, the F80 carbon ceramics. That'll be what I'll do for it. I'll get a Harup supercharger.
Yeah. Then that'll be a, end of next year because that's when all that stuff
We'll
will
put
eventually
those
be
all
put
on next month.
Yeah. Right.
I'll have Mike fly down. We'll do it in a weekend. We'll do the rod bearings. Everybody will love to see that. Well, you didn't care about the rod bearings. We'll do the valve actuators. That'll make other people happy as well.
I don't know. I don't know about this. This sounds dangerous. We just talked about not doing a garage giveaway. Now we're talking about doing an M3 giveaway.
I think it's a good idea.
This is danger zone.
Talk to Uniden. They're just backstocked on the stainless. So I'm waiting for the new Uniden exhaust. So we have a new exhaust. I'm sure IND could get me some FIRs pretty quickly. And we'll just put a spacer in the rear.
I have no ETA on 50-foot pressure washer hoses. I don't know.
What I need to generate enough capital from those two giveaways in order to get Hunter road force mounting balancing and a 458 Speciale.
Oh, now we're adding stuff on to the
So I'm gonna get a
458.
458 Speciale to drive 1 mile from my house to here.
Oh, you're the perfect Ferrari collector then.
Yeah.
Gosh.
How much are the Hunter machines?
Hunter was
Cheaper than
like
a Ferrari.
50 grand for the two of them, something like that. So I need $410,000 plus tax. Let's do it.
I think you need a garage before you need a Ferrari. How about that? I'm
That
going to say
would be
this
the garage,
right now.
$410,000 would build my real nice garage.
Yeah. Where are you going to put that Ferrari? In the bubble?
Yeah.
And then where are you going to put the GT3?
Well,
Another
GT3
bubble?
Well, we're going to have the other side of this building. So 458 over there, GT3 here, GT4 in the bubble, and I just rotate.
You're still going to be the guy with no garage called Obsessed Garage too.
I have a freaking 3,600 square foot garage right here.
Yeah, but you got to drive here.
So what?
You got to have one at the house.
That's semantics.
Yeah.
There's some Mormonomics going on right now. I don't know about these Mormonomics.
I have 3 two-seater cars. That'd be awesome. because I can't drive anywhere. I've been driving crazy. I got 200 miles on this thing. 20 of them were me, and the other were 180 that Bryce rode the other day. How many miles do we have on this thing? 237. Oh, I got to put the Angel Wax Clarity in this thing. Let's do that while we're sitting here talking to the peoples.
What are we doing?
Angel Wax Clarity.
Max fired up now.
Yep.
Yeah, giveaway. Let's get started. Bryce, just start right now.
How about no? Oh, Michelle's Raptor. What do you think? They're saying the Predator engine is going to be in the new Raptor as an option. So the GT500 V8.
They've been saying all this bull crap for when I'll believe it when I see it.
But what if it does?
Well, then I'll get one.
So you're going to get one if it has a Predator V8, 700 horsepower.
Sure.
770.
Huh?
770.
Oh,
Where's
I'm sorry.
that gallon thinger?
The plastic one for measuring.
Yeah.
Next door.
Oh, crap. Where's Jeff?
Where's Jeff?
I got him.
Jeff's in his office, aka the walkway.
So we need a Angel Wax Clarity. You wouldn't believe how I should have told the guy not to fill the thing up. I'm an idiot. I'm squirting this thing out for like 6 straight miles, just holding. It's like in a rainstorm. It just
boy.
kept going.
Yeah, they did it at the PDI. They filled it up. Yeah.
I know, and I was like, I don't know what happened. I just let him do it. That's a dumb move. I've always feel so accomplished when I get a radar detector done. And what I feel even better about is that radar detector came yesterday. It's already done.
Jeff, the anticipator has arrived.
Is that how you're gonna announce your entry every time, Jeff?
Go ahead and announce my entry.
Did you clean it out already?
No, I didn't.
You idiot.
You didn't anticipate
You
crap.
didn't anticipate squat.
Anticipating this.
Yes, Chris. Yeah.
Gives himself a title that he certainly doesn't deserve.
This guy says, why not just siphon out the fluids? Because we're not that fancy, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to take a big mouthful of that. Big swig of it.
Get one of the pump ones.
Yeah. That's asking a lot.
Let's see.
And I probably don't have a funnel.
Hey, BlendMount, we can't get to the passenger side of the vehicle because we're tethered by an HDMI cord, so we're going to have to stay on this side of the car.
What's Sebastian asking for?
The side shot of the passenger
shit.
side.
Yeah, we can't get over to there.
Yeah, we're kind of limited with our HDMI.
Well, thing we put. Shake up your clarity. We fill it up to about 7 ounces.
How long does wax usually last? I mean, that's kind of a... Depends on the wax.
He's
the
not
product.
asking you, Bryce. You don't know the answer to anything. You need to be like Chris.
I don't know.
Wax is good for 6, 8, 9 months, depending on.
I think it depends on the wax.
Yeah.
Like, man, would you have to polish every time after? What? No.
Yes. So, wax in general, just depending on how, what the conditions are like when you're out, driving around. Like, is it a daily driven car where it sits outside in the sun all day and it's getting rained on? Then, you may only get 3 or 4 months out of it. But generally, the decon soap really works really well at stripping it off. But the basic formula is if you need to clay it, which I generally would, then you would want to polish. So you can feel it. Even if you feel surface contamination, then you probably need to strip the wax off, clay it, and then repolish it. But if there are no surface contaminants, rather than stripping the wax off, just top it and add another layer of wax. So as you're washing it, you run your hand across. If you don't feel any crunchy stuff on the surface, 3 or 4 months out of it. You'd be best using deionized water here, but
our bucket filler isn't attached to the DI tank, so I'm just using some filtered water here, which is not completely devoid. It's still way better than that soapy bull crap that they put in the car from the factory, from the dealership. Almost a gallon.
You know, this is kind of relevant. Can we get a yard update? How's the grass looking?
Yeah, he was just here today. Yeah, we need to shoot a video. It's looking better. I mean, but we still have our pH has climbed about 0.2. You know, so we're about a half. We've got a little ways to go. So we're at 5.8, 5.9, and we need to get to 6.5. And so, oh boy. So the yard's getting better. The back area, the tree area, is the most problematic. The front yard looks pretty good. The backyard looks great. But the tree area needs some more organic material he was talking about. I don't know. I'm at a major crossroads with my house.
Yeah, I want to talk about all these houses we've been looking at, almost buying, not buying, probably buying. So I don't think anyone's heard about that.
I didn't almost buy anything. There's a house in my neighborhood that went up for sale that I've been thinking about buying a house for all the OG out-of-towners that moved here that don't have a family yet, and having a house that they just rent from me. And then I can go hang out there.
Yeah, Matt would never be home. Michelle would be texting him, "Are you going to come home for dinner?" He's in like another home theater at this other house with all these young guys.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah.
I ordered pizza.
So I wonder how much. I don't want to make another gallon. We'll just do gallons at a time. That sound reasonable? So I did 7.5 ounces of clarity in 1 gallon of water, filtered water, and that does the trick.
What we're pouring right now is a wiper fluid, windshield washing fluid is what we're doing.
Car needs washed really badly. So I'll do the first wash this weekend. Got a lot of videos coming. We should be back on daily videos for a while.
Yep.
And then the Civic stuff. It's going to be great. Well, let's keep on going here. Let me do. I got to do a couple of coats of EXO.
Oh, and your trunk
Yeah.
hatch.
I polished the trunk when we did the RSNV uprights.
How's the hunt for vacuums going?
Not. No vacuum hunt. I mean, I want to, but someday. I have a lot of someday things. The beauty of that is that I'm always working on something, always chasing something.
Let's see, here's a question, Matt. Should I keep Power Lock plus Colonite combo on my wheels and reapply as necessary, or should I remove it all and ceramic coat? They will not.
Yeah, don't wax on wheels doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
So I've never waxed my wheels ever. I may have done it once, but I've always done. I used to use OptiCoat, Gloss Coat, and then Gloss Coat 2.0 is what I always used on my wheels. So
Yeah,
I would
Bring the camera around this way. I'll hold the cord so you can move it.
I would do that. So again, I've already coated this, but I polished it off because when I did the uprights, we had all this residue, all this sticky crap. So I'm just adding another quick coat of EXO. I didn't let it cure. I let it cure like 3 or 4 hours. This CSL that I already put on.
Is polishing the only way to remove it, or something like a chemical maybe?
Yep. Polishing is pretty much the only way.
That's the one thing that has me like, I don't want to polish wheels ever. Sounds terrible.
Well, remember, coating will degrade over time too. So theoretically, if you have your wheels for a long time, you need to reapply in 2 years or 3 years or something like that.
Plus, remember, wheels, you're generally not as worried about it, you know, with having contamination and stuff on them. I mean, your wheels are going to get contaminated pretty quickly, you know, with all your brake dust and all of that, especially if you don't have carbon ceramics. So I just don't micromanage my wheels as much as I do like the hood on my car. You know, I'm going to generally be a little bit more lenient.
But his problem here is he says his wheels are satin finish, so he's worried about polishing them.
You can't.
So he's just going to have to
So the
probably wait it
coating, the
out.
coating in 3 years will be pretty much toast and just reapply. It may or may not stick, but the good news is you won't even really know if it's working or not. So yeah, you can't polish a satin wheel. You're going to shine them all up.
Or you can just do the thing where you use like wet coat or Hydro Blue 2, Hydro Blue, what is it? Pro or something? I don't know.
Hydro 2,
No, it's the McKee's.
Hydro Foam.
That one. Just do
Oh.
that every wash, spray your
Keys,
wheels.
yeah, no, I don't know.
That's the only other way I could think he could do it.
You can go to.
No. McKee's, it's like Hydro Blue Pro or something. It's like wet coat.
Keys has a version of it.
Yeah. That's the only other thing I could think of.
I don't like doing that stuff to my wheels because I feel like it, at least, you know, car pros I used to do that and it would build up.
Let's see. Preferred wheel coating, CSL Exo.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, just use the flagship coating on your paint. So this is all dirty, obviously, because I hadn't washed the car, but we opti-cleaned it. And then I just polished the section because I was getting all that sticky residue all over the place.
Yeah, you're going to just want to wait out the sealant wax until it wears off for your wheels. That's what you want to do.
Is anybody actually watching this crap?
Yeah. We've had over 300 for quite a while now.
That's it? Come on,
Yeah.
people. We get any super chats? No one's giving me any money today?
Got a couple of
Must
them,
be
but
for
they're
Chris.
more questions for Jeff.
Where's my stuff, Jeff? Jeff's paying himself questions to himself.
This MacBook Pro is not liking.
Here's $2 from Jeff. Hey, Jeff. I hear you're really good at what you do. Thanks. Just wanted to say thanks.
The cabinet lights are not up for sale yet. We're still installing them. So,
I ordered some more bits. Should have
Yeah.
been here today or yesterday.
but those are lights that are sold by Prime Lights called Max Light. And what's nice about those is you don't need like a power transformer for each one. They just all connect to each other.
Yeah, single power cord. It has this optional switch. You can run like 40 feet of them. You don't, because all the other lights, you need like transformer for every light, or like best case every third light. And then these have 105 or 108 degree angle.
Plus the diffusion
Yeah.
too.
All right, so that's done.
Let's
I'll
see.
wash the car this weekend.
How do you feel about dealers giving out unlimited allocations for the GT4?
What do you mean? They aren't unlimited.
I don't know. That's what this guy said.
All GT cars are unlimited allocations,
It's just if you get one or not.
but production is not unlimited. So they don't limit allocations. It's all time based. And so when they say they have unlimited allocations, it's not enough to fill all the orders. But you know, GT4s, there's plenty of them because there's a lot of people that have backed out because of the, you know, state of the world, state of the economy. I need a fresh towel. So, you know, when I started trying to get mine, I couldn't get an allocation. Now I could get 15 of them. There's allocations coming out the rear.
Yeah, the Karcher K4 Premium's no good. I would get the Cube 1700.
Yeah, the K4, K5, they have proprietary connections, so it just doesn't work well.
Let's see. How can I remove water spots on glass when I don't have any polishers? Got an almost new vehicle with spots all over the glass.
Try using distilled vinegar. Try that first. If that doesn't work, then you could polish it by hand. It'd just be really annoying.
How about 3D eraser?
Yeah, 3D eraser polished by hand. I think we're good.
I don't think Matt has seen the new Z from Nissan, so
I have,
you have? It's ugly, isn't it?
I guess.
The front end's just like, I don't know what they did.
Those kind of, you know, I'm a little too old for those, the Supra and the, I just don't care. Why would I want that when I got this, you know? But I get it, you know, if I was Bryce and, you know, Jeff's age, I'd be all over that kind of crap, but I'm just a dumb old man, lazy Porsche GT old man.
Let's see.
Oh, I can clean up this mess. This is great. I'm feeling so accomplished.
What was your favorite giveaway car that we're doing so far?
1M.
One in?
M3 that we're going to give away in a couple of days.
Is that what happened with Omar?
Yes.
Let's not talk about it, okay? We'll talk about it
Let's
later.
brainstorm. What do you guys want to see? What kind of products would motivate you to give me lots of money so I can think about this? You're helping me get a 458 Speciale. Don't you want me to have that? Wouldn't you want me to have a 458?
I don't think. What's your thoughts on the new pressure washers from Spider? What is
don't
that?
I don't know what that is.
Neither.
Sounds terrible.
It probably sucks.
People let's say press all bottles for a giveaway item.
Yeah. Those are super easy to ship. We have a few thousand of them coming. I think I'm going to have to do more work here. I see there's a line of something going on there. I don't know what the heck that is. I think it's a scratch. I'm going to wash the car and reassess it.
This is relevant to your recent house projects. Sonos products. You have a couple of those in the house now.
Yeah, they're, you know, it's kind of like the modern Bose, you know. It just works really well, but it kind of sucks. So it's kind of good, but it kind of sucks. It's white trash. I mean, it's like white trash fancy at its finest.
It's like the good solution for that problem, you know?
Yeah.
That's what you get. That's what you got.
Right. They don't have any problems like with, you know, having to hire some programmer to make it work, or, you know, always having issues. I mean, the beauty of it is it's simple and it works, and you can use the app and you can be a dum-dum and set it up yourself in 2 seconds. And so that's the real positive of that platform. But it still kind of sucks. You know, you'd be better off with like a real deal distributed audio system. I always keep the box for that. The box for my radar detectors, because I don't know when I'm gonna give it away. What do I do with this battery? Somebody tell me, what do I do with a Honda battery? Because normally you buy a battery and you just get a core exchange. You take the old battery back to the same place, and you get your $20 back or whatever.
Just drop it off at Advanced, I guess, or something.
Oh yeah, will Advance? Will they take it?
I think they'll take anything, right?
Posted in the Ocala Honda signatures.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the people.
Just put it out by the side of the curb. Stuff magically disappears.
It's a lesson
over there.
I've learned a long time ago. You can't give away stuff because anybody who wants something to give away is so unreliable, they won't come to get it.
Give the battery to the winner. There you go.
I don't want to keep it that long. Did you guys see all the? Can you zoom in over here and all this stuff? Look at all this. Is this thing on? Look at all this stuff. Front suspension, rear suspension, and brakes. I can't wait to put brakes on the Civic. Spoon rotors and calipers, pads, spoon rigid collar, spoon brake lines, Moton 3-way 5200 I think is the model. Drop forks, roll center adjusters. I have to decide which one I'm going to do. Apparently you can't do roll center adjusters and drop forks. I won't be able to do the traction bar because you have to weld stuff. You have to weld on brackets for that. So I'll see if John can do that for me when he does the engine. Bump steer kit. So those are our steering tie rods, camber, upper camber arms, new lower control arms with new bushings. And then the rear is rear. You can't do calipers, so I'll paint the calipers, pads, new rotors, spoon rotors, spoon brake lines, toe extended camber, toe arms, adjustable sway bar end links, rear center brace thingy, new rear sway bar, Motons, and new lower control arms in the rear. Look at these guys. And I didn't do solid bushings. I did, whatever the urethane bushings. So they'll be upgraded, but they won't be super harsh. And then the spring rates and the valving for the, for the Motons, I chose them to be pretty tame. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put these reservoirs. And then, like I said, rigid collar kit. So for the front subframe, so we'll do all these. We'll line the subframe underneath. But yeah, this thing's gonna be freaking awesome. I just can't wait to have brakes in the car because it has some Rock Auto garbage pads that, like the thing literally barely stops. It's just terrible. And those H&R springs are all loopster. It's like you go over a bump, it's like woo. It's like it's lower, but it's terrible. And I just can't wait. It's going to be incredible.
It drives so bad.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And the steering, it's like, to make a right, to make like a 70-degree turn, it's like, you got to go.
I'm going to get one of those little wheel things you put on there so you can just...
Little bus driver wheels,
Yeah.
little wooden dowel.
It needs it. It's that bad.
Yeah.
I love how I ruined that. You didn't even notice it until I mentioned it, and it makes me so happy that I ruined that for you.
It's really bad. That thing, you have to, it's so much steering going on.
You get a workout.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the wheels, these wheels are so freaking good. Look at them. I got them all coated and set up, the TE37s. I just don't know if the 8-inch wide is going to work.
I know what car those do work on, though.
Look at these
It's a red car in the parking lot those work on.
TE37 Sonic. They're all coated, ready to go. I decided to leave the stickers on the back. Diamond dark gunmetal, and then I found center caps to them, so the center cap should be here shortly as well. But there's the exhaust. Somebody buy that thing. I need it out of here. I need to put it up in the... I need to get in a Civic group in order to put it up. Man, look at that wing. That's good. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I need to go. I need a snack.
Snack.
I need a snack.
Yeah, it's almost 4 here.
Yeah.
That's prime napping and snacking time almost for you.
I gotta go to the gym.
Oh.
See you guys later. Get me out of here.
Get you out of here.